Broncos country, we out. Let's talk about it. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the zaymoolasports podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah. And on today's episode, y'all, we got to talk about Russell Wilson being benched for the Broncos remaining 2 games. Jarrett Stidham will be getting the start. And wow, y'all, I cannot believe the Broncos did this, especially when you consider that they still have a slim chance of going to the playoffs if they were to win out. But the fact that they made this move now, that kind of tells you how they feel about Russell Wilson. So without further ado, y'all, let's get into this thing. But before I get this thing started, man, let's hear from Russell Wilson's head coach, Sean Payton.
It looks like Russ is taking the brunt of the blame.
Well, I get that. And yet I can't replace the entire offensive line. I can't bring in 5 new receivers. And if it continues over a period of time, then there'll be another guy here talking to you as well. This is something that, these are difficult decisions. And obviously there's more attention when it's the quarterback who's under contract, but different than maybe, earlier decisions we've made with maybe last year's prior starters. I can just assure you one thing, and honestly, and I've said this to Greg and George a number of times, I'm just interested in winning. And it doesn't matter how. When you do this, for this long a period of time, it's all you're interested in because there's nothing like it. And then the other side of it, there's nothing like that either. So that's kind of what it is.
Okay, y'all. So y'all just heard head coach Sean Payton say that he is interested in winning. That's the bottom line, right? That he's interested in winning. And the reason that I laughed to that, I appreciate my audience for laughing on that for me. But the reason they were laughing, y'all, is because if Sean Payton and the Broncos organization are interested in winning, why not just play Russell Wilson the last 2 games? And we're going to get into the contract. I'm going to pull up the NFL.com article here in a second. And we're going to get into all the contract details as to why they made this decision. But, y'all, here's the thing. If Sean Payton is saying that the only thing that matters to him is winning, Russell Wilson gives you the best shot at continuing to win. Obviously, we know the Broncos had a horrible start to the season. They started out 1-5. Now you're talking about they're 7-8. They're still in the playoff hunt, and you playing a Chargers team, right? A Chargers team that gave us 63 points a couple weeks ago to the freaking Las Vegas Raiders. A Chargers team that fired their head coach and GM the day after that. A Chargers team that's really banged up, playing without star quarterback Justin Herbert. And you decide to bench Russell Wilson ahead of a game like that, a game that's very winnable. I just don't understand this. And here's the thing, y'all. Like I said, before I get to this article here, let me just say this. I get it. Okay, Russell Wilson is more than likely not going to be on this team come 2025. And heck, he's probably not even going to be on this team next year, right? But the NFL is about wins and losses, period. We don't care how you got there. We don't care why you lost, why you won. Those that win, those that lose. That's all that matters, right? So Sean Payton and the Broncos are really interested in winning and going to the playoffs. Why in the world would you bench Russell Wilson? It just doesn't make sense to me. If you were going to bench Russell Wilson, why not bench him when y'all were 1-5? When the season was over pretty much at that point. At least I thought the season was over for y'all. Why not bench him then when you're 1-5? And your chance of going to the playoffs are slim to none. But instead, as y'all see, I got like kind of this orange thing going on in honor of the Broncos. But benching a guy when you have a chance to go to the playoffs, playing against a team like the Chargers just does not make any sense to me at all. I just don't understand what the Broncos are trying to accomplish. And again, like I said, Russell Wilson is more than likely not going to be on this team, right? But at the end of the day, Broncos, hey, this is your bed. You got to continue to lay in it. You can't try to get up out that bed now. Y'all traded all these picks for him, which we're going to get into that also later on. Y'all traded all these picks for Russell Wilson. Now you want to treat this man like this? When he has y'all at least competing for a playoff spot, when it looked like, y'all, the Broncos were going to have a top 3-5 pick. So the fact that they even got to this point in the season is quite remarkable. Because I did not think that the Broncos would be 7-8. I thought by now they would probably only have 3 or 4 wins. So Broncos, what the heck are y'all doing, man? Don't be disrespectful like that to Russell Wilson, an all-time great quarterback. A quarterback that went to 2 Super Bowls, a quarterback that should have 2 Super Bowl wins. It was for his head coach calling a freaking pass play at the 1-yard line. A quarterback who's one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks in NFL history. And a quarterback, y'all, that has had a very solid season, right? 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I think you're talking about the most touchdowns a quarterback has this year is Brock Purdy with 29. So Russell Wilson, statistically, has been right up there with the top quarterbacks in the league this year. This is how y'all do this, man. I can't believe it, man. I gotta say, y'all very disappointed in the Broncos. Very disappointed in the Broncos. But, excuse me, y'all, let's go ahead and get to this article. So, it reads as follows. The Denver Broncos aren't eliminated from playoff contention, but they are making a quarterback change with 2 weeks to play. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reported on Wednesday that the Broncos are benching Russell Wilson for the final 2 games of the regular season, per sources informed of the situation. Jarrett Stidham will make his first offer to the Broncos this Sunday against the Chargers. NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero added that Wilson will dress for Week 17's game as the number 2 quarterback. All right, y'all, I'm finna highlight this. Because this right here is the reason why they made this decision. I just don't understand why make this decision now when you got a chance to go to the playoffs. But this is why, y'all, they made this decision. One key reason behind the switch is financial, per Rappaport. Wilson has a $37 million injury guarantee for 2025 that becomes fully guaranteed in March. Sending the quarterback the final 2 weeks to ensure he doesn't suffer a catastrophic injury provides the Broncos financial flexibility if Sean Payton and company decide to move on from the 35-year-old quarterback in 2024. It's not a done deal, but the late season bench is a strong indicator Denver will end the Wilson ride after 2 seasons. And if y'all see, y'all, the question that I have up here, Broncos country, we out? Because it's over, y'all. It's over. As Kenny Smith says, it's over. It's done. There's no way Russell Wilson is coming back. Even with the season that he's had, you do something like this. When y'all could have made this move early in the season, but you wait till now. I don't understand why in the world would a team, y'all, wait till now to make that decision. They should have made this decision when they were 1-5. But you make that decision. To me, that shows that you're not really being authentic, Sean Payton, Broncos organization. Are y'all trying to pull our leg or something? Because why in the world would you make this decision now? It just doesn't make sense to me, y'all. It doesn't. And again, I get it. Because of the injury. The $37 million injury guarantee that he has for 2025 that becomes fully guaranteed in March. I understand that. You don't want him to suffer a catastrophic injury. But the thing is, if you were so concerned about this $37 million injury guarantee, why wait this late? So, to me, y'all, this is indicating that the Broncos did not care about this early on in the season. See, they didn't care about it. They only care about it now. Why? Because they know, 2024 is fast approaching. March, it's only 3 months away. Now they want to act like they really care about this so much. Come on, y'all. You can't do a guy like this. You can't do any player like this, but you definitely cannot do a guy like Russell Wilson like this. That has meant so much to this league, y'all. That's done so much for our league. It's been a class act off the field. For those of y'all don't know, Russell Wilson, he goes and visits. When he was playing for the Seahawks, he would visit the Seattle hospital, go see the kids that have cancer and other ailments. He does. Now he's been doing that in Denver. Dude's been a class act guy off the field, man. And And this is how you want to do it. Now you care so much about this $37 million injury guarantee, but you didn't care about it early in the season, huh? It's strange to me. And I know there's reports that they asked him back in October and all this stuff. But my thing is this. Y'all could just set him. You didn't even have to ask him. You could just set him if you really were concerned. If you really were concerned, you could have set him early in the season. Instead, what the reports are saying, y'all, is that they went to his agent, pretty much, telling his agent would Russ waive this $37 million injury guarantee. Russ and his agent declined. For whatever reason, the Broncos continue to play him. Even after he declined that, they continue to play him. But now y'all want, at this point in the season, when you're 7-8, granted, you coming off a bad loss at home against the New England Patriots, but you still got a chance. Still have a chance to go to the playoffs, and you're playing against the Chargers, man. The freaking Chargers. And you think Jared freaking Stidham gives you the best chance to win. No. Y'all see, Wilson first responded to his benching via a social media post on X, formerly known as Twitter, on Wednesday night. Guys got me looking forward to what's next. Russ is right. Guys got him. So he's taken care of on that part. But y'all know, I know it. In his heart, Russell Wilson is hurt, y'all. He's hurt. He's hurting. Because to him, I know this has to feel like a slap in the face. I know it feels like a slap in the face to him. Because you're telling me that Jared Stidham is a better player than me. You're telling me that I'm not that good. Also, in that clip y'all heard earlier, Sean Payton, he was blaming Russ pretty much. And again, y'all, I get it. But the money, I understand that money situation. Had the Broncos come out in October and said, we are benching Russell Wilson, I would have had no problem with that. Because it would have seemed real to me. Y'all would have seemed genuine. This seems fake. For all my Northeast people, this seems fugazi. Why wait this late? When y'all have a shot at still going to the playoffs. I just don't understand it. Y'all, there's a whole lot of dysfunction going on in the Denver Broncos organization. And I'm telling y'all this, man. I really think that very, very soon, some stuff is going to start coming out of the organization, y'all. I don't think it's going to be good. Because to make a decision like this, when your team still has a shot to go to the playoffs, to hear your head coach get up there and say the only thing that matters is winning, that he's only interested in winning, but yet he will play a guy in Jared Stidham. If you thought Jared Stidham was so good, play him early in the season. If you thought he was that good, Sean Payton, if you really thought Jared Stidham gave y'all the best chance to go out week in and week out and compete and win games, start him back. Well, like I said, y'all should have started him when y'all 1-5. But no, you let Russell Wilson continue to go out there. Why? Because you knew Russell Wilson gave y'all the best chance to win games. So miss me with all this, man. We only interested in winning. That's the only thing I care about. Miss me with all that. Because again, like I said, for all my Northeast people, that's fugazi to me. I don't believe any of that. Because if you really felt like Jared Stidham gave you the best chance to win, why not bench Russell Wilson early in the season and make Jared Stidham your starting quarterback the remainder of the year? Instead, you're going to do it when you have 2 games remaining, still with a chance to go to the playoffs. And listen, I know he ain't going to blame Russell Wilson, y'all, for that game on Saturday. I know he ain't finna do that, right? You talk about you had 2 muff kick returns. / kick return and a punt return. You talk about a defense that had been playing very well. Okay, I give the Broncos defense credit too, because their defense had played very well. But you talking about your defense allowed 230 passing yards to Bailey Zappi? Come on, man. Russ played pretty well on Saturday. 25 of 37, 238 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also threw in 20 rushing yards. So he had 258 total yards of offense. Come on, man. Sean Payton, be real, man. Denver Broncos organization, be real. But don't give me this, we're only interested in winning. That's the only thing y'all care about. And then sit up here and you gonna announce Jarrett Stidham as your starting quarterback. If you really had that much confidence in Jarrett Stidham, start him earlier in the season. But nah, y'all gonna do this. Wow, talk about a slap in the face, y'all. A big slap in the face to Russell Wilson. A guy that's accomplished so much in the NFL. As I stated earlier, he's one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in NFL history. And this is how y'all do this, man. Broncos, y'all dirty for that. Y'all dirty for that, man. I look at the Denver Broncos, y'all. This is a team that has not made the playoffs since they won their Super Bowl in 2016. This is a team that's had 1 million starting quarterbacks since 2016. But it was Paxton Lynch, Drew Lock, Connor Cook. I'm pretty sure, I think Connor Cook started a couple games for them. I mean, come on, man. Like, let's be real, y'all. Let's be real. The Broncos have been a joke of a franchise. A joke of a franchise since they won that long ago Super Bowl in 2016. Now they just look even worse, y'all. They do. The Broncos look even worse, right? They look even worse. Even worse than what they've already looked these past 7-8 years. I cannot believe what they have done. So, y'all, before I get up out of here, man, I want us to look at the aftermath of this trade, Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos. And, man, I'm just going to tell y'all what y'all finna see right here is all my Broncos fans, close your eyes. This is not good. So, as y'all see, man, I made a little graphic. Seattle's return, 2022 and 23 picks and players. I got the players categorized as good. I got some other players categorized as to be determined / bad. So, y'all remember last year, the Seattle Seahawks traded away Russell Wilson. As y'all remember, man, or if y'all remember, I mean, the Seahawks got an absolute haul for Russell Wilson. They traded for 3 players. They traded for Drew Lock, as y'all see right here, who I'm clicking at. They traded for Shelby Harris. Here he goes right here. And they traded for Noah Fant. Here he goes right here. They also, y'all, received the Broncos 2022 first, second, and fifth round picks, and their 2023 first and second round picks. So, y'all, let's see what did the Seahawks do with those picks. So, with their first round pick they got in 22, they took this young man right here, Charles Cross. Charles Cross has been a really good left tackle in this league. I think he has a potential to be an all-pro tackle. He's not there yet, but again, like I said, I think Charles Cross has a potential to be an all-pro left tackle. Here he goes right here. Y'all see Charles Cross holding up his jersey on draft day. But yeah, I think Charles Cross has potential to be an all-pro left tackle, but he's good, right? So it's good. So you got a first-round pick from the Broncos, and it turned out to be a really good tackle. Hey, great. Their 2022, their second round pick that they got, y'all, was this young man right here, Boye Mafe. Boye Mafe this year has 9 sacks. He had 2 sacks on Sunday against my Tennessee Titans. He looks like he's becoming one of the better young edge rushers in the league. Very, very explosive, fast off the line of scrimmage, y'all. I think Boye Mafe he needs to get a little bit stronger because he does, he can kind of get stuck when it comes to trying to get off blocks, but he's a very good edge rusher. Again, y'all, like I said, he's very explosive and fast and twitchy. Good player right here. So that first and second round pick that they got in 2022, y'all, look, a franchise left tackle, a really good edge rusher, good. Also in 2022, the players that they got in that trade. So let's talk about this man right here, Noah Fant. Noah Fant has been good. The Seahawks kind of run a different kind of formation when it comes to tight ends because they run a 3 tight end formation. Will Disley, Noah Fant, Kobe Parkinson. All 3 of those guys play a really, really vital role on the Seahawks team. And Noah Fant has been good, man. He still has a ton of upside. Y'all remember he was a first-round pick 2019 for the Denver Broncos. He's only 26 years old. He's going to be a free agent this year. But I like Noah Fant. I mean, he's been a good player. I know some people thought he was going to be a bust, but nah, he's been a really good player for the Seahawks. So good. Okay, so right now, y'all see 2022, they got Charles Cross with their first-round pick. They got Boye Mafe with their second-round pick. And now you get your tight end Noah Fant via trade. Next up, y'all, we got defensive tackle Shelby Harris. And now I know some of y'all are going to be like, well, Zay, why you put him in the good category when he only was on the team for a year? And the reason I put Shelby Harris in the good category is because, y'all, he was a very good run-stopping D lineman for them last year. The Seahawks decided not to bring him back because they decided to go after like Draymond Jones and Mario Edwards Jr. Then you see this year they traded for Leonard Williams. They also in free agency, they brought back Jaron Reed. So they decided to go in a different direction. But Shelby Harris, this young man right here, was a very good for them last year. Like I said, he's a nose-stopping defensive tackle. Now y'all see he's been playing well for the Cleveland Browns. The Browns got the dub last night. But, yeah, I had to put him in a good category because he was not bad last year. There, granted, he was only on the team for a year, but he was not bad at all. So again, y'all, let's recap. 2022, we got Charles Cross, Noah Fant, Boye Mafe, Shelby Harris, and then last but certainly not least, quarterback Drew Lock, who I'm airing on right here. Drew Lock, y'all, I put him. He's not been bad, so I put him in the to be determined list, right? To be determined / bad, but he's definitely to be determined. And the reason he's to be determined is Drew Lock, I still don't know if he's an NFL caliber quarterback. I don't know if he's a backup quarterback. Now, granted, I'll say this. He looked really good. He looked solid against the 49ers. He looked really good against the Philadelphia Eagles. But I still need to see more from Drew Lock. So that's why he's in a to be determined category because, y'all, I still don't know if Drew Lock is even I don't know if he's an NFL quarterback. Really, I don't know. I need to see more from him. I need to see more from him like in the preseason. Hopefully next year in the preseason we get to see him play. But nevertheless, man, 2022, this is their haul. Let's recap. Charles Cross, left tackle. Boye Mafe, edge rusher. Noah Fant, tight end. Shelby Harris, D lineman. Drew Lock, quarterback. So I would say 2022, good, right? Good return. You got 4 good starters. Still, 3 of those guys are still currently on the team. Good. So now let's move y'all to 2023. Oh, shoot. I forgot, y'all. Hold up. I forgot. 2022. Also, this young man right here, Tyreek Smith, he was that 5th round pick that they got via the Denver Broncos. I put him in the TBD. He's not bad. Put him in the to be determined. We still got to see. The Seahawks got a lot of depth and linebacker. They got a lot of depth at edge rusher, so he's not really getting any playing time right now. But again, if he can turn out to be like a rotational pass rusher / a valuable special teams member, then I think Tyreek Smith, I'll put him in the good category. But right now, I got to put him in the to be determined because I don't know how his NFL career is going to pan out. Now let's move, y'all, to their 2 2023 picks that they got. So, like I said earlier, they acquired the 2023 first and second round pick from the Denver Broncos. And with that 2023 first round pick, they took this young man right here that y'all see holding up his finger, man, after he had that interception return for a touchdown against the Giants. Devin Witherspoon, man. Devin Witherspoon has been one of the best cornerbacks in the league. I think he's definitely been the best rookie cornerback in the league. Seahawks fans, I know some of y'all are mad, not because y'all thought Devin Witherspoon was going to be a bad player, but some of y'all are mad because y'all wanted Jalen Carter. But let me tell you something, man. Jalen Carter's looked absolutely amazing, but y'all got yourselves a lockdown corner in Devin Witherspoon. Devin Witherspoon, man, I think is going to become, y'all, a top 3 corner in this league. I think it's going to be him. I think it's going to be Sauce, and then maybe his teammate Tariq Woolen. But Devin Witherspoon, this kid's an absolute baller, man. Hard hitter, very physical, feisty. He's amazing at coverage. He can blitz off the edge, man. I love me some freaking Devin Witherspoon. He was somebody that I had on the Titans radar earlier this year for the draft, but, he ended up going pick 5. Great pick for the Seahawks. So far, Seahawks, recap one more time. You got Charles Cross, you got Boye Mafe, you got Noah Fant, Devin Witherspoon, and now, last but not least, with their 2023 second-round pick, y'all, they got edge rusher Derek Hall. Derek Hall, again, kind of like with Tyreek Smith. I put him in the to be determined. Derek Hall has not really played a lot. Again, y'all, the Seahawks got so much depth at like linebacker and edge rusher. They got Leonard Williams. You got Mario Edwards Jr. You got Frank Clark. You got Uchenna Nwosu. I know he's injured right now, but Jan Reed. Like, you got so much. Draymond Jones. You got have so much depth along that D-line slash edge rusher group. It's really hard for a guy like Derek Hall to get playing time. I do like Derek Hall. I liked him a lot coming out of the draft this year. Auburn edge rusher. I think he has a lot of potential. Kind of like Boye Mafe, man. He's very, 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 very fast. He's very athletic off the edge. So I think the Seahawks going forward, I think they got 2 edge rushers, and the edge rushers happen to be some athletic freaks. But again, it's too early to tell about Mr. Derek Hall. So I put him in that to be determined category because, I haven't seen enough yet. But y'all, when you put all this up, add it all together, right? The Seahawks hit the jackpot like they did. And the Broncos, wow, y'all really, really missed out. Because the Broncos definitely could use Charles Cross right now. Their offensive line is not bad, but you could definitely use a young star left tackle. Can you imagine if they had Devin Witherspoon opposite of Patrick Surtain? But instead, nah, y'all ain't got that. Boye Mafe. Yeah, Seattle hit the jackpot. I would give this probably, I would give it an A-. So very great. I mean, look, y'all, look at the Seahawks. You talk about, they got 4 players right now that's impact players for them. Shelby Harris, who's no longer there. Here he goes right here. Shelby Harris, who's no longer there. He was good for them in his year there. And you got young edge rusher and Derek Hall, who just drafted, who I like a lot. So all in all, this was a really, 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 really good returns, y'all. See, Seattle's return. Y'all, this was a good return for the Seahawks. I got to admit, it was really, 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 really freaking good. I'm not going to lie to you. It was. So shout out to the Seahawks, man. Y'all did y'all thing. Hey, that's what you call capitalizing on the trade. Capitalizing on the picks you get from said trade. And for the Broncos, man, I cannot believe what y'all doing. Y'all, the Broncos, as I stated earlier, this franchise has been a darn mess since they won that Super Bowl in 2016. They've been a mess, y'all. Y'all see my phone ring, but they've been a mess. They've not been great at all. So Broncos, I really don't know what the future holds for y'all. I know Russ. I'm confident in Russ. To me, y'all, as I get ready to close out this video, the best situation for him might be the Falcons. The Falcons might not be able to take one of these top quarterbacks. I mean, they're definitely not going to be able to take Caleb Williams or Drake May. There's a chance Jaden Daniels could be going to the top 10. So maybe the Falcons get like Michael Penix or J.J. McCarthy or Jordan Travis, somebody like that. But I think the Falcons are the Falcons are another team, man. kind of like the Broncos. The Falcons not been in the playoffs since 2017, so they really need to win next year. So I think right now the team that really comes to my mind would be the Atlanta Falcons with Russ, and I would like that. Right, I would like it because you got Drake London there, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, Jonnu Smith, Cordell Patterson. You got some really good playmakers. So I would like that for us. You got a pretty solid defense, and I think the Falcons defense can be even better once they just get a quarterback that can stop turning the ball over and stop stalling drives and going 3 and out, over and over again. So yeah, y'all, I think the Falcons make the most sense for Russell Wilson. The Broncos, like I said, I don't know what the future holds for y'all, but Russ, I'm confident in Russ. That was another episode of the Zay Moolah Sports Podcast. Make sure y'all to subscribe to the Zay Moolah Sports Podcast for your favorite sports takes. Also, add me on Twitch at Zay Moolah Sports. Let me repeat, add me on Twitch at Zay Moolah Sports, all lowercase. Y'all know I'm an Indian man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.